fought in this country over a potentially groundbreaking social issue, whether or not gays and lesbians should be allowed to marry. We're not talking about a symbolic ceremony, but a marriage that is legally recognized by the government so that gay couples can enjoy the same rights, privileges, and protections that heterosexual married couples do. People everywhere seem to have an opinion about gay marriage, and courts and legislatures across the nation are in heated debate over this issue. So we thought it was time for us to jump into the debate and explore the pros and cons of gay marriage in ongoing series Exposed. And one of the most surprising things that we discovered as we researched this issue was that while many straight people are opposed to gay marriage, some people in the gay community are against it too. Our first guest, Ken, is one of those people. He has been in a gay relationship for 16 years, but he opposes gay marriages. Ken, tell us why.
Ricky, I'm 57. I actually have been in two long-term relationships, one for 14, and that first lover died of AIDS, unfortunately. And my present lover and I will celebrate our 16th anniversary this year. I've been a gay man for 30 years. I played sports in high school. When straight people told me that I was a queen or a faggot, you know what we did in San Francisco? We created a gay softball league. We didn't ask straight permission to like sports. If I want a car today, I go out and buy a car that's in both of our names. If I want insurance, I go out and buy insurance. When people who are for marriage say, well, we need these benefits. You want insurance? Go buy insurance. You want insurance? Get your own job. I am also part of a family. I'm part of a nation. I'm part of the human race. The institution of marriage was created by straight societies around the world 4,000 or 5,000 years ago.
You're saying you don't want to be a part of that society?
No, what I'm saying is I am a part of the bigger society as well as being part of the gay community. The gay community has never tried to mimic the straight community. We create our own gay bars, we create gay cruises, we got gay parties, we create our own gay styles. We have never asked for approval from the gay community, but suddenly now in the year 2003, we need a piece of paper that says we're legitimate. We don't need a piece of paper. Marriage is in the heart. Marriage is between your hearts and your mind.
I agree with you, but shouldn't it be the next gay person's right to have that piece of paper if he wants to?
Well, first of all, was marriage created by straight societies to discriminate against gay people in the first place? No. It was created to celebrate the coming together of a man and a woman to have a child in a so-called nuclear family that we talked about in the last 30 or 40 years. It wasn't created to discriminate against gay people.
But what about married people, heterosexual married couples that don't want to have children? They choose to get married for, you know, the ritual of just coming together in that kind of union.
Good point, but let's get back to the reality of the gay community. The vast majority of gay men have never been in a relationship for at least a year in their life. The people who have been in long-term gay relationships are the minority within the gay community. In California, we have the domestic partnership rule. New York City, you can go register marriage. You can't have it both ways. You can't have gay politicians saying, we represent 1 million or 2 million people in New York City. Go down to City Hall. How many gay people have registered for domestic relationships? How many have registered for civil unions? When gay people learn to live with each other in harmony and understand what the real value of a marriage is, then maybe talk about marriage. But just because you want to have a ceremony, gay people have been having parties for thousands of years. You don't need gay pieces of straight piece of marriage.
So you're saying it's not important enough to the gay community because they're promiscuous? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying the word promiscuous. I'm saying there's some very logical reasons why same-sex relationships are more difficult than opposite sex. When you've got two samples of testosterone versus testosterone and estrogen, that's a problem. When you got two sets of estrogen. Two men living together, two women together is not the same as a man and a woman. I don't have to mimic a straight relationship to have a great gay relationship.
Why do I want to
steal that from the straight community?
But let me get our next guest involved. Our next guest, Chad, says nothing would make him happier than to be able to marry his boyfriend, Todd, but their families are dead set against it. Chad, how long have you two been together?
We've been together for 3 years.
3 years, and so you've been listening to what Ken has to say. What do you have to say about gay marriage?
I think I should be able to get married. I mean, love is love regardless of what color, what, you know, race, I mean, sexual origin.
Why is it so important for you to have that piece of paper?
Because it's just like, you know, we've been together for 3 years. You know, we're in a domestic partnership. You know, where I'm on his insurance. You know, I want to, you know, feel like you know, a heterosexual couple. You know, I mean, I clean the house. You know, he works, I work. You know, it's not any different. I mean, I just feel it means a lot to me to, you know, be able to say I'm married to him. He's my partner. I'm going to die with him. He's, you know, we're going to have a family, children.
Ken, what do you have to say to that?
Why do they need affirmation from the city of New York or the state of New York for something they already possess if they're in love? What are you looking for from the state of New York?
Well, I mean,
I'm not saying that sarcastic. I'm not putting you down.
It's just,
what do you want the state of New York to do for you?
It's not that. It's just, you know, it make me feel better and make him feel better. You know, it's just something that we want.
To be recognized.
Right, to be recognized.
Way.
You know, it's like I go to the doctor and it's like, you know, they're like, you know, well, let's check you for AIDS because you're gay.
Why don't you go to a gay doctor then?
It's just not. I shouldn't have to.
You have the answer for everything, don't you, Ken?
Well, there are gay doctors in town. Why would you go to a straight doctor? You want a straight marriage certificate? Go to a gay doctor.
So are you saying we should segregate everything?
No, I'm not saying segregate, but I'm saying understand this. The difficulty in the homosexual world, at least from the male point of view, is the ability to learn how to have a nurturing, sustaining, long-term relationship. Whether you have a marriage certificate or not a marriage certificate, you have to learn how to get along with people. I'm gay for 30-some years. I'm proud to be gay, but I know that I'm not straight. I like my straight friends and marriage. I don't need to mimic a straight relationship and say that it's the same. It's not the same, and it never will be the same. You could have booty call for 1,000 years. You're not going to make a baby. You know? I mean, I don't care what you're going to say. It's not going to be the same.
You know, there's where I agree with you, Ken.
What? All right.
Let me ask you about your family. How does your family feel about your union?
You asked Chad a question a minute ago about what do I want from the state as to why I want recognition from the state. Okay, let's say we start a family, have our children, whatever, and I die. Where does my money go? Where does my estate go? It goes to my family. My family can step in, take what they take it all.
That's not true.
My children will be left with nothing. My spouse will be left with
I
nothing.
mean, there's a risk
Yes,
of
it
that,
is.
Ken, and we're going to have people on to talk about that later. Now, I know your family isn't so supportive of your union, Chad.
No.
Is that right? I know your Aunt Tessa is here, and she has something to say about all this. Let's bring her out. Aunt Tessa. Hi, Tessa. Nice to see you. So you are Chad's aunt.
Yes.
Okay, what do you have to say about this? You are against this relationship totally.
Definitely, completely.
Why?
Well, their relationship's not healthy, first of all. So
How
first of all, they
so?
shouldn't
How
even
is it
be together.
unhealthy?
They argue all the time.
Any couple argues.
I mean,
you.
they have.
couple argues.
No, not to the extent. The producers even heard them on the phone, like screaming at each other before they even came here. It's insane.
But we're here together, aren't we?
Yes, you are. You guys are here together, definitely.
Do you
I
think
they
that
have trust
gay
issues.
people should be able to marry?
No.
Why?
When people, I mean, it's not, you can't get married. When people start a relationship, they know going into it that they cannot legally get married. Why not accept that and just be together if that's what you choose to do?
But things are changing. I mean, in the state of
Things are-
Vermont, they can
right.
actually get married. I mean, they don't have necessarily all the rights.
But why is that necessary? I don't understand that.
Why is-
Marriage is an institution for men and women. That's how it has been. Why does that have to change now? It's been going fine this whole time. Why does it have to change now?
Chad, does it hurt you that she can't support you
Yeah.
and your
It
lover?
does, especially when it's my own blood. You know, it hurts. You know, it's like when I first came out, my mom kicked me out of the house. You know, see you later, gotta go, and you can't accept it. And now,
They've both, he used to be married to a woman. He's
so what?
dated women.
I've
And
always-
now
I've
all of a
always
sudden,
known.
they know that they're going to be together for the rest
I
of their
married
life.
my
I
high
don't
school
understand
sweetheart,
that.
and I did what society directed me to do, and that was to be a straight person. But all my life, I knew deep inside that I had feelings for males. And I just thought, well, that's all way all males feel. You know, you're at the gym, you check out the other guy or whatever. I just thought it's something guys do. So I did what society directed me to do. I married my high school sweetheart. We were married till I was the age of 25. We were together 8 years.
Do you have children?
No. And that's one thing that, you know, I'm very sad about, that we didn't have children.
And
So
that's another
regardless of
thing.
whether you can or cannot be legally married, you plan to have a family together? Even though it's against Aunt Tessa's wishes.
oh yeah, I don't care.
If-
I'm gonna have
if-
kids. I'm gonna have a family.
Yeah.
What do you want to say to your aunt?
I'm sorry, but I mean, I love you. I always love you, but
I
you're
love
just,
you too.
You're just gonna have to deal with it. Period.
But it's not appropriate. It's not appropriate. And, for them to have a child and want to bring a child into their home, first of all, it's not a healthy home. Second of all,
Because of the arguing or because of their sexual
because of the
preference?
arguing, they don't trust each other.
But you're not against gay people raising children.
Yes.
You are
I
against
think
gay
a child needs a mother. A man cannot be a mother. A man does not have the maternal instincts that a mother does.
Why do you feel? Well, I mean, why do you feel like
Because
I
I
us couldn't
know.
raise
I'm
a
a
kid?
mother. I'm a
So,
mother. I
so
know.
hypothetically
No men
speaking,
have the same
they
maternal
changed the
instincts.
laws
There's a
and
difference.
suddenly
What
it is
about a
legal
single male?
for gay people to get married. Will you show up at their wedding? Will you
Yes.
support him at that wedding?
I will be there. I won't be gung-ho about it, but I'd be there. He's my nephew. I love him. I like Todd. I don't have a problem with Todd. But
Why?
they're together. They live together. I know that.
Why-
Todd takes care of Chad, and
Use the
I'm
example of
happy
a
with
single
that,
male
but
out
they
there who
don't need to
doesn't
get
have
married.
the woman
Why?
in the home. How's that child growing up with a mother figure around?
Yeah, when there's single
there's
parents, a
single
single
parent?
father taking care of the grows
Right.
up, they go to college and have a nice life.
there's some kind of mother figure around, whether it's an auntie, a cousin.
Not
Moms
necessarily.
desert their children all the time.
Well, this is all very,
And I
very
think there's a
interesting.
problem.
And you know what?
There has
Coming
to
up,
be
we have a
that
woman who
maternal
says she not only refuses to attend her cousin's lesbian wedding, she won't let her kids be around their lesbian relationship. But they say they're getting married whether their family shows up or not. Their story is coming up next.